This week on the BGR show, we're going to take a look at Google's brand new tablet and the latest version of Android. Google made some huge announcements a few weeks ago at its annual developers conference, and the biggest news came in two parts. First, Google showed off a brand new version of its Android operating system called Jelly Bean. On top of that, the company unveiled its flagship tablet, the $200 Nexus 7. Google's calling its new tablet the perfect device to showcase Jelly Bean. But since Android phones are way more popular than tablets, we'll also take a look at Jelly Bean on a Galaxy Nexus. So this is the new Nexus 7, and Google's hardware partner Asus really managed to put a nice tablet together despite the low price tag. The front of the tablet's all glass, the back is a soft touch plastic, and on the sides you'll find a power button and a volume up and down key. Overall, it has great build quality, and the hardware puts Amazon's Kindle Fire to shame. The screen's one of the best screens I've seen on a 7-inch tablet. It's nice and bright, and colors are vibrant for the most part, but it doesn't quite match Samsung's OLED screens or the Retina display on Apple's iPad. For a $199 tablet though, it's pretty impressive. The Nexus 7 is powered by a quad-core processor, and it also includes a 12-core graphics processor. The result is a user experience that is much smoother than other Android devices, and it's something you really wouldn't expect from a tablet so inexpensive. Here's a look at the Android 4.1 software so you can see just how responsive the Nexus 7 is. Jelly Bean looks a lot like the last version of Android, but it has a few key refinements and some new features that really push things in the right direction. I mentioned responsiveness, and as you can see, a lot of the hiccups that plagued Android devices in the past are gone. Google spent a lot of time improving the fluidity of the device, and as you can see, it really makes a big difference in terms of the user experience. Google Now is a brand new feature that doesn't try to mimic Apple's voice assistant called Siri, but it really changes the game. Since most people use Google Search heavily throughout the day, and most people use Google services like email, calendar, and maps, Google Now will aggregate all this information into one place for you, and even predict and suggest different cards. So this is my Google Now screen, and since I'm in New York, it's giving me the weather, and it's also sensing that I'm not at my house, and it's automatically giving me not only the time to my house, but also the route I should take if I want to navigate there. You also get a lot of discovery options. So when you walk by a new place, it'll suggest different places you can check in and explore, and it'll also let you see different reviews as well as ratings and other information about locations. So this is Google Now on the Galaxy Nexus, and as you can see, my cards synced from my tablet, so when I got rid of them on my tablet, they're no longer on my phone. Android's still the leader when it comes to viewing all kinds of information right on your home screen. Developers have the freedom to build any kind of widget they want, and now people have the freedom to customize those widgets to fit perfectly on any screen. Also, widgets work the same way as they do on a tablet on your cell phone as well. So you can resize different screens, and you can really customize exactly how you want things to appear on your home screen and on your phone. You can also set live wallpapers, which will let your phone have an animated background if you're into that sort of thing. Google's Chrome browser works really well, both on the tablet and the phone, and it's really, really responsive. So just as you use Chrome on a computer, you'll really get that same performance here. Notifications are now expandable and collapsible, and you can also respond right from a notification in your notification drawer. Here's a few examples of how accurate Google's voice search is, and what's equally impressive is that it will mostly work offline now, something Apple's iOS devices can't do. So you can literally just bring Google Voice up and say something. Who's the president of Japan? So you can see it's really, really accurate, and it's pretty quick as well. You can also ask directions or even something like a math question. What are the directions to the Empire State Building? How much is 71 plus 124? Where can I get some pizza? what's the weather like in Paris?
It's 63 degrees and overcast in Paris. Here's the forecast for the next few days.
Jelly Bean definitely brings some nice new features to the table, and the Nexus 7 is the world's best tablet under 200 bucks. It's not an iPad competitor, but it's not supposed to be. It blows the Kindle Fire out of the water, and when Microsoft launches their new tablet in the fall, they're gonna have a lot of competition.